Winter is here. And, for most students, this is what you could call the trap season. But for a very small few, it's a season of total rebirth. So today, we're going to break down this idea of the winter arc and show you how the next 90 days can quietly, secretly change absolutely everything for you.
And that line, wow, it really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. It's all about this period of focused, unseen work that lays the groundwork for all the success that everyone else sees later on. It's a really powerful way to think about the next 3 months. All right, so every single student gets to a crossroads when winter hits. Are you going to fall into that cozy trap of comfort and putting things off? Or do you see it as a launch pad for the entire year ahead? The truth is, most people fall right into the trap. And you can see that fork in the road right here. On one side, you've got the all too familiar cycle, right? Late mornings, endless scrolling, and that little lie we tell ourselves, I'll start tomorrow. But on the other side, that's the opportunity, using the quiet to build solid habits, to gain momentum when absolutely no one is watching.
And this is the real cost of doing nothing. See, falling into the trap doesn't just mean you stand still. It means you lose your rhythm, you lose your confidence, and you end up starting the new year already behind, stuck in that same frustrating cycle of guilt.
But what if that feeling of slowness, that lack of motivation everyone feels in winter, what if that was actually a strategic weapon? This next part is all about flipping the script and finding what is, basically, your unfair advantage.
Okay, so let's put a name to it. This is the winter arc. It's not about burning yourself out. No. It's about smart, strategic effort. Think of it as a defined 90-day mission to upgrade yourself quietly, while the rest of the world is kind of hitting the snooze button.
And here's the secret psychological insight. Winter plays a trick on our minds. The shorter days, the cold weather, it makes everyone feel sluggish. It's this universal drop in motivation. But just knowing that, that's the key to using it to your advantage.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates that advantage. While the majority of people are losing their rhythm, waiting for January 1st to get started, the few, they use that contrast to build momentum. I mean, think about it. If you study for 3 hours while everyone else does 0, you're not just 3 hours ahead, you are miles ahead in sheer momentum and discipline. Okay, so we've covered the why. Now for the fun part, the how. This is your actual blueprint for the next 90 days. The time frame here is so important, 90 days. It's long enough to build habits that can literally change your life, but it's short enough that it doesn't feel impossible. This is your window of opportunity.
So, what fuels this whole thing? It comes down to these 5 habits. And notice, none of this is about extreme, crazy measures. It's all about consistency. You fix your wake-up time, you own that first golden hour, you eliminate the biggest distractions, you actually reflect on your progress, and you prepare for the next day the night before. Simple, right? But done together, it's incredibly powerful. I just love this metaphor. A single snowflake, it's nothing, right? But enough of them together and they create mountains. That is exactly how these small daily wins work. Over 90 days, they compound into something massive, something unstoppable. All right, now for what might be the most important part of this whole thing. Let's be real, this journey isn't easy. There is going to be a point where you want to quit. So let's talk about that battle for discipline and how to win it. You have to understand this timeline. It starts with a burst of excitement, right? New plan, new you. But then around week 4 or 5, you're going to hit what's called the dip. It's that boring middle part where the novelty is worn off, but the big results haven't shown up yet. This is where most people give up. But pushing through this, that's where the real magic happens. This right here is the crucial mental shift you have to make. Forget chasing motivation. Motivation is flaky. It's a feeling that comes and goes. You need to build discipline. Discipline is a system. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about executing quietly without waiting for the perfect moment. Honestly, it all boils down to this. Stop asking, do I feel like studying? And just start saying, it's time to study. The moment that internal negotiation ends, that's when the real work begins, and your transformation just takes off. So you've pushed through the dip, you've built the discipline. What's on the other side? What's the payoff for all that silent work? Well, let's talk about the rebirth. Just picture this scene. It's the spring semester. Exams are coming up. On one side, you have everyone else, panicking, cramming, complaining they have no motivation. But then there's you.
You're calm, you're focused, you're prepared. You're not complaining about motivation, you're operating on pure momentum. You're not trying to catch up, you are already way ahead of the curve. And that's the feeling right there, that quiet confidence you've earned. It's the deep satisfaction of knowing you put in the work when nobody else would. You didn't wait for a new year or a new season. You started when it was hard.
And you know what? Ultimately, the proof is in your results. The better grades, the sharper focus, that unshakable discipline. This isn't for external validation. This isn't for social media. The real reward is the person you become in the process. Your growth will be undeniable.
So we're going to end on this question. A question for you. The next 90 days are going to pass no matter what you do. You can come out of them the same, or you can come out of them completely transformed. The choice is yours. When spring comes,